So welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. The lighting, it's bad. It's really, really bad, and the quality is not good. I already know this is not going to be like a cinematic masterpiece, but I was about to do my makeup. This is very distracting, isn't it? I was about to do my makeup and get ready for the day. Okay, there. And I really wanted to talk about how I grew my Instagram page. I am just a little old nobody. I just have been sharing my like thrifting finds and my life and home decor tips and things like that. And I've grown quite significantly in a very short period of time, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, as if I was talking to a friend who wanted to start an Instagram page, start social media, and just give a little bit of my tips and advice. So I have my makeup here, and that's what this video is going to be about. So if you are interested in learning how to grow your Instagram from like a real person, then keep on watching. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm going to talk about like everything I'm using. If you are interested in anything I'm putting on my face, which you're probably not going to even be able to tell what I'm doing because this quality is horrible, but if you're interested, I always link in my description everything that I'm using in my LTK, so it'll all be in there. So first I'm just going to moisturize with good old Eucerin because I need SPF because I am a pasty gal. Although we are entering winter, so don't need it as much, but you still should always put SPF on. Anywho, let's get into Instagram. So I started my Instagram a long time ago, a few years ago. It was a page about my little thrift kid business, and I only had like 300 or so followers, and they were all people that I knew basically from my page, like my own personal page. So that wasn't really like, a huge page, obviously. It was pretty much like what all of us have on our own personal page. I feel like everybody has around 300 to 500 followers, so that wasn't anything crazy. I did have some people that I didn't really know, and I got those followers through Reels. And so I started that, I think, was it 2020? I don't know. Sorry about the dates. Then I picked my page back up again after I left it. I kind of fell off because I stopped that business, and I picked back up again at the end of 2022 because my wife and I started a furniture flipping business. And so I started to see some growth when I started to really get into posting reels. And I started watching a ton of YouTube videos, kind of like this, but more professional. Really sorry about the lighting. Like, I don't know, there's trees outside my window and it's just crazy. But anyway, I started watching tips and tricks videos on how to grow, really getting serious. I was like, you know what? Now that I've seen a little bit of growth, like this could be like a thing. Like this could be someday lucrative if I grow this page and we sell our furniture through here. Like if we get so many followers, like maybe they'll buy our stuff, you know what I mean? And then I also would post like my thrifting hauls or thrift trips. Can't get over this lighting. And those really took off. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stick with this. And it was a major change. Like we stopped doing the furniture flipping. My wife went back to work full time, and I stayed home with our 2-year-old. So I was like, this is just going to be like my thing now. I'm just going to kind of like take over. And so that's what I did. I just started making it just all about my thrifting stuff and all my thrift finds and everything like that. And then there was this one reel that I posted that was called Thrifty Gal Summer. It was like a play on Hot Girl Summer, and I was like, you know, forget about Hot Girl Summer. We're doing Thrifty Gal Summer, you know. And that reel like went viral. Like that took off. I think it has like millions of views. And I was like, whoa. And I went from like 1,000 followers to like 10,000 in like a matter of a month or two. It was wild. And I was very consistent. So once I saw that huge major jump, like it motivated me so much. I was like, holy crap, you really can grow with reels, you know? Like, and it was just like the silliest thing. I thought of that reel in the middle of the night. Literally, I'm not making this. I was just like, oh, that'd be kind of funny. Like, let me just, you know, I haven't posted today. Let me just post that because I think that's kind of funny, and I need to post something. And then it took off, and I was like, wow, people like the like thrifting relatable type stuff, like the quick funny things, but also in the tips and tricks that I was learning, they were always saying, make sure, you know, you have which is what I'm going to tell you right now. Make sure you have so you need to have a posting schedule. So it kind of goes in a rotation, and this is what I do. You need to have a post that kind of nurtures your current followers. It builds relationship with them. You're interacting with them. You're commenting back to them. Your caption is like engaging, things like that. It's kind of like the content that they came there for, and you're going to give that to them. And then there's also the content that you want to try to reach new people with. So it's those like quick, like 5 to 7 second little relatable, funny, educational, or inspiring reels. These are all reels, by the way. Stagnant posts are for your followers that you have currently, unless you're making like a meme that you think people will share and maybe people will find you through that. But you're not going to grow and find new followers unless you're posting reels, or unless you collaborate with somebody, something like that. But reels are what I'm talking about. So you're nurturing reels, the ones that you are going to try to reach new people with, and then the like ones that you think are going to actually go viral. So once I had that Thrifty Gal Summer one go viral, and then I had another reel go viral that was like me drinking an iced coffee and saying like, I'm on the way to thrifting and my gas tank's empty and blah, blah, blah. So then I started every, 3 or so reels posting another reel like that. So my point is to try to rotate the different types of reels that you make, and you can incorporate photos too for your existing followers, but to try to mix it up so that you have a chance at growing. And that's what I do. And another thing that I want to talk about when it comes to growing is that something that I get discouraged about is seeing the numbers like just stop or drop after you've had something kind of take off or go viral or whatever. Sometimes you get so used to seeing like your numbers go up so much that when they stop, or if they start to go down, you get so discouraged and you're like, okay, this is the end. This is the end of my channel. That was that. I'm done. But try not to get so caught up. I'm really bad at this, but try not to get so caught up in the numbers, because they will ebb and flow. You will have like a month where you're not really growing at all. And then as long as you're staying consistent, you will have those periods of growth again. You have to stay consistent during those hard times, during those times where you feel like your page is done, it's slowed down, like nobody likes your content anymore. just keep pushing through, because I promise your numbers will start to grow again. And it's like that, like what I was saying, you have to be consistent for your current followers and try not to focus so much on growing constantly, because then your current followers are going to not think that you're genuine. And the whole point is to have a community of people that enjoy your content and that you enjoy having. It's kind of crazy because you can build a following and then off of like one reel, and then you might not exactly like your following. It's kind of weird. There's been periods for me where I'm like, oh, I keep attracting like mean people or like people who have very different beliefs than I do. And so then when I actually share who I really am, then I get a bunch of people who unfollow me. So for example, I share thrifting content a lot. That's mostly what my page is all about, is thrifting and, you know, home decor and things like that. And the thrifting community, this is focused, can sometimes be very Christian, and I don't care. I have family, friends that are Christian. Don't care. You do what makes you happy. I'm not. And I think that when people start following me, they expect me to be a straight Christian woman because I thrift. And so then I will get a ton of unfollows when I share like a picture of my wife. And so it goes like that back and forth for me a lot. That is something I was just not anticipating or expecting. I guess I live like in a bubble where I don't ever have people that are mean to me about being gay or who don't approve of me and just stop talking to me, things like that. So my point is that share what's true to you. Don't be afraid to share who you are, because you want to build an audience that you are happy with, that you relate to, that like you for you. You don't want to have to be fake on your social media, because you will burn out and you will come off disingenuous. I at first was like, oh, well, follow's a follow, whatever, you know. But I have been finding that I don't really want to go on my social media that I created and share anything because I'm afraid of what people are going to say to me. So I've started to shift that mindset and be like, you know what? And because I was afraid of losing followers. And so I've shifted and have just been like, I don't care. I'm just going to share my life. And if that upsets some people, then they're free to go, and that's cool. But I will just continue to build the right followers who don't care that I'm gay. You know, like I'm getting off topic, but that's just me getting off topic all the time. But I have found it a little bit wild that people follow me because they found like a reel, a thrift haul reel or something, and then the second I say I'm gay, they unfollow me. Like that has anything to do with my content. I just find it so weird. But anyway, that is a major, major learning lesson that I have had, is to be you. Seriously, somebody out there will like you. Someone will resonate with you. Someone will relate to you. And even if your page is just like a business page or mostly just sharing one specific niche, you're eventually going to share little tidbits about yourself. If this is your entire job, my social media is my job now. I am not going to not share, myself. I am trying to be private in some ways, of course, but you are going to end up sharing things about yourself. So you want to make sure that you like your audience too. Like when you have people commenting on your stuff over and over and over and DMing you, and you aren't really like their vibe and you're pretending to be something else, that's just not going to last. So huge tip, be yourself. Doesn't matter. somebody will end up liking you. You can lose followers. It might take you longer to grow, but trust me, if you are consistently posting, if you are following all the tips and tricks that you can that have been proven to help people grow, you will get there. It takes time sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes, something will take off and you'll grow quickly, but most of the time it takes a while. So yeah, that's my spiel on that. Sorry, I went on and on. And the last thing that I want to touch on is to be consistent. So being consistent on Instagram, if you're looking to grow quickly, and you want to if you're serious about this and you want to make this your job, you want to make this your thing, you need to be consistent. So treating it like it's your full-time job. If you want this to be your full-time job, you got to treat it like it's your full-time job. And that can be very, very hard if you already have a full-time job or if you have kids like I do. But you have to just kind of like put blinders on and be so super focused on it. I said that was my last tip, but it's not. Something else I want to touch on today, because I could go on and on and on. I have so many tips that I want to share, and I will certainly make another video if you guys are interested in that. I don't like my channel. I don't think it's going to be like a social media page, but I'm happy to share anything that I've learned. But this is something else that I want to say. Don't spend too much time looking up reels to get ideas. So this is something that I used to do if I was like in a rut of creativity, is I would just scroll through reels until I found like something that I thought was interesting and I could relate it to my niche. And I just truly don't think that this is a way for you to grow. I think the best way to grow and to create content is to keep a running list of ideas that come to you. Like if something comes to you in the middle of the night, like make sure you write it down in your notes on your phone or on a piece of paper. If you're in the car, whatever, just constantly keeping little teeny notes, and then you can refer back to those. But when you are kind of like taking other people's ideas, that's also just not sustainable. People will start to notice. There are some people that I follow now that I do this for a living, that I've noticed that they pretty much just rip off other people's ideas. And now that I've noticed it, I'm like, I don't really want to follow you anymore. And obviously, there are so many trends going around. Like you want to hop on a trend sometimes to be able to help grow. And that's totally cool. Relate it to yourself and go for it. But to base all of your content on what other people are doing is just not something that I would suggest. I would suggest to come up with your own original content, because, and like I said, sometimes, of course, following a trend, because that's always going to help you grow. And it's fun to do sometimes, to just kind of, let your mind just like not have to think as hard. But like I said, just try not to make that your entire content strategy, just stealing other people's ideas, because people will start to notice. And, it's pretty easy to spot. And now that I've noticed it, I can't unnotice it. And also when you come up with your own original ideas, even if you don't think it's great, if it's not, oh, that one's better than mine, just go for it. Somebody will relate to you, like I said before. So that's my last tip on that. So I'm going to end this little like girl chat here, because I really need to do a bunch of stuff today. And my toddler's just been watching TV while I do this, so I need to go like rescue him. Let me know if any of these were helpful to you. Sorry that my lighting and everything wasn't like amazing, but I just really had some thoughts that I wanted to get out and share with you guys. And obviously let me know if you want more of these types of videos, because I have so many ideas, so many tips, so many things I've learned, and I'd be happy to share them. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.